Alright, these are your illustration notes from lesson 8. The first thing we're going to discuss is, if you go to your insert tab, this is where you can insert clip art, screenshots, word art, shapes, smart art. We'll be doing all these things in this lesson. Also, you can embed an object, which means it becomes part of a document, or you can link an object to the document. Now, if we go to Word and I click on Insert, we're in the illustrations group here, and you'll see you have pictures, online pictures. Now, online pictures now represents clip art. You have shapes, smart art, charts, and then of course your screenshot and screen clipping, which you're familiar with. Once you insert a picture, you have what's available to you, which is known as cropping. Now, once we put in a picture, and I've put in a picture here, notice you have a contextual ribbon that comes up. Notice Picture Tools Format. And when you click on that, you have your size group. And in your size group, you have cropping, and you can crop it to a shape. Aspect ratio is known as your scaling, and these are your different options for your aspect ratio. You can fill or you can fit. You can also adjust your picture height and picture width. You have picture styles in that same contextual, your Picture Tools Format Picture Styles group. You have what are known as picture styles, where you can click on the drop down and it will give you different options. You can add a border to your picture, you can add picture effects, or change the picture layout. This is your picture styles group here. These are your pictures known as your picture styles. If you can see the picture in the background, you can see as I mouse over these different ones, they change. You have picture borders that would put it around the outside. Picture effects, where you can change if you wanted a shadow, if you wanted it to glow, make it bevel, those type of things. 3D rotation, where you could do. You also have picture layouts. These are different smart art options that you could change your picture to a different smart art. If you need to insert a caption around your picture, then you need to go to your Reference tab and click Insert Caption. And you can do that by going to, if I have my picture selected, I go to References, and then it is not Insert Citation, it's Insert Caption. This opens up your caption dialog box, and you have a label that says it's a figure, equation, or table. This is considered a figure. And then you can decide whether you want the label. I'm just going to type dog in here, and if I want that label to go above my picture or below, and I want it to go below, so I'm going to click OK, and it puts it below. And in your adjusting picture section, this is where you can remove your backgrounds. Notice you have your adjust group here. You can remove backgrounds of the picture. You can make corrections as far as brightness or contrast. You can also add artistic effects to it. You can compress. If I go on down to the next one, you can compress your picture. You can change to a different picture, or you can reset it back to the original picture. And if I click on my dog up here again, I go to my Picture Tools Format, and this is your adjust group. You can click Remove Background, so remove anything in the background. If you don't have anything excuse me, in the background, then you would need to change pictures. You have your corrections here, where you can make it different ones. You can color or change the color. You have artistic effects that you can apply. And then this little button here means you can compress. That means you can make the size smaller. It won't take up as much memory. You can change your picture. It just brings up your Insert Pictures dialog box. Or if you can reset it back to the normal. Then you can also, in the Arrange group, then you can position your picture to a different location on the document. You can do wrap text, which means it allows it so you can move it, and we'll go over some of those features later. You can do selection pane, where if you have more than one picture, it will let you choose what you want to select. You have, this aligns it. These you can group it. And then you have one where you can rotate it. If you go look back at the picture, this is your arrange group here. Position means it's going to move the dog to different positions on there. This is going to move it to the middle of the page. That moved it to the bottom right. This one top right. So in other words, where the picture is, it's going to move it. You wrap text. If I try to drag this right now, I have a hard time moving it. So if you click on this, this is also your wrap text feature here beside it, and it has different names. If I click square, then I can move the dog anywhere I want to. A lot of times, for some reason, when you insert the pictures, it won't let you move them, so you will have to get a square. You have type through. These are just some of the different ones. You can fix it on your page, or you can move it. Bring forward and bring back means that you could bring your picture forward, bring it to the front, bring it to the back. Send backwards, you can send the picture backwards. I don't have any text over it right now, so that'd be hard for you to see. Selection pane again over here will let you know where you can select. If I add in another, if I was to put in another picture, or let's just say a shape, it will also appear up here so I can see if I want to select different ones up here. You have your align, where you can align left, align center, align right. You can distribute, you can align it to the page, you can view grid lines. Here, if you need to make sure you aligned it at a certain area. You can rotate it, flip your picture horizontally or vertically. Also notice that you do have dialog boxes. If I click picture styles, it opens up your format pictures dialog box. This represents the paint book. It represents your fill color and line color. The one that looks like a pentagon does the different effects that you may use. This symbol represents your text box, and then of course this one will be your picture, the same corrections and things that are in your adjust group. You also have your size dialog box that will open. If you need to lock your aspect ratio, you do that here. You go to position. You have a position tab where you can change your position, and your text wrapping is also located here. Difference between, you go to insert screenshot or screen clipping. The difference between an insert screenshot and screen clipping is that a screenshot does the entire picture of the document, where a screen clipping you can clip only a portion of the document.